Meek Mill claims rappers got infected at Diddy's parties. A headline so bizarre, so wild, it almost feels like satire. But sometimes the strangest claims hide the darkest truths. Behind the flashing lights and velvet ropes, behind the music and the money, there's a world built on secrecy, indulgence, and a belief that the powerful can escape consequence. Now here's the twist, this story isn't just about celebrities in America. It mirrors something much closer to home. Because in the United Kingdom, in the beating heart of Westminster, the same patterns play out. The stage is different, the actors wear suits instead of designer brands, but the storyline? Almost identical, rules for the people, exceptions for the powerful. Think back to lockdown. While ordinary citizens followed the law, missed funerals, and sacrificed final moments with loved ones, a very different reality unfolded behind closed doors at Downing Street. Laughter, wine bottles, and gatherings. But here's the deeper infection. This wasn't just about breaking lockdown rules. It was about breaking trust. A society runs on belief, that leaders act in good faith, that promises matter, that sacrifices are shared. Once that illusion shattered, the infection moved from politics into the public consciousness. Suddenly, every rule, every law, every statement from Parliament came under suspicion. And like in the world of celebrity scandal, secrecy became currency. Reports delayed. Investigations redacted. Questions answered with silence. Power, it turns out, doesn't need to be transparent, it thrives in the shadows. The real deals are never made in front of cameras. They happen in private rooms, late-night calls, subtle favors repaid through million-pound contracts. During the pandemic, billions were poured into emergency deals, many landing in the hands of allies, donors, and friends. Public money, redirected quietly, while citizens struggled to keep businesses alive. This wasn't an accident. It was systematic. And like an infection, it spread through every layer of governance. Some call it corruption. Others, business as usual. But either way, it erodes the health of democracy. And here's where it gets truly unsettling. In celebrity culture, a scandal might ruin a career, maybe even spark a trial. In politics, scandals fade into the news cycle, replaced by the next distraction. Leaders resign only to reappear, reputations crumble only to be rebuilt. The infection never really dies, it mutates, adapts, finds new hosts. So when Meek Mill speaks about infections at Diddy's parties, it might sound like gossip, but maybe it's a metaphor. Because whether in Los Angeles or London, power unchecked always carries a price. Behind the laughter and the headlines lies the same dangerous assumption, that those at the top are untouchable. But here's the danger for us, the audience, the citizens. Every time we dismiss a scandal as just another political story, every time we roll our eyes instead of demanding answers, we let the infection spread. We normalize corruption. We invite the sickness into the bloodstream of our democracy. And that leaves us with one haunting question. If the parties we know about, whether in Hollywood mansions or Downing Street offices, are just the tip of the iceberg, then what about the ones we don't know? What is festering right now, hidden away in the corridors of power, waiting for the next leak,